Hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to Technolobe. Today, let's talk about 5G. Yes, 5G, a term that you're going to hear a lot in this year, especially from flagship smartphone manufacturers. Every flagship phone that comes out in 2020 is going to have at least 2 or 3 slides in its presentation while launch that talk about 5G. But today, we are going to try to bust the gimmicks and myths around 5G and let's talk about the real deal with this technology. So grab a cup of coffee or chai or your favorite snack, sit back, relax, and let's talk about 5G. You may have noticed the first 5G phone war in India, the war between Realme, Xiaomi, and iQOO. All of these companies were pushing their phones and calling themselves the first brand to launch the first 5G phone in India. But why were these companies doing so when 5G doesn't even exist in India as of yet? Like, why? And there's one simple answer to that: Snapdragon 865. So Snapdragon 865 is a processor which comes with a dedicated 5G modem which is called as the X55. Now this 5G modem is separate from the actual processor. In earlier processors like the Snapdragon 855 Plus or 855, the 4G LTE modem used to be attached to the processor and companies need not buy it separately. But now with Snapdragon 865, Qualcomm is capitalizing on the whole 5G situation and they are selling that modem separately. And that's the main reason why these companies are focusing so much on 5G, because they are paying extra for 5G. So Qualcomm is charging them extra for the X55 modem, and that's one of the main reasons why Snapdragon 865 is expensive. And that's why these companies are focusing on 5G so much, so that they can stand out from the rest. Now, before we talk about the gimmicks and the myths about 5G, let's talk about how 5G is going to be implemented. Now, there are 3 main spectrums in which 5G networks will be available. The first one is a low band spectrum which uses a frequency of less than 1 GHz. The second spectrum is the mid band spectrum which will use a frequency between 1 GHz and 6 GHz. So it will be under 6 GHz. The third spectrum is called as the high spectrum or millimeter wave. You might have heard about millimeter wave a lot when you hear about 5G. Now what exactly is this high spectrum? So this high spectrum or millimeter wave will use frequencies of above 24 GHz. Yes, 24. Now the main problem with millimeter wave is that it does not pass through walls, trees, or even your hand. So imagine holding your phone and blocking the 5G network. So that's a big problem with millimeter wave, and that's why it's kind of a nightmare to implement millimeter wave in a country as big as India and as populated as India. So they'll have to install a lot of nodes in very less distances, and that's going to be a nightmare for these companies. But luckily 5G is not only about millimeter wave. 5G can also be implemented in the lower, low band spectrum and the mid band spectrum. But these low band and mid band spectrums won't give you true 5G speeds. It will be faster than 4G, but only up to 25 to 30%. So it's not going to be a significant upgrade over 4G. The true upgrade to 4G is the millimeter wave spectrum, which will give you speeds up to 1 Gbps, and that is almost 10 times better than 4G LTE. So that is the goal, that is the end goal. But millimeter wave implementation is going to take a lot of time. Now let's talk about these telecom operators and where they stand currently. Now if we talk about countries like USA, the telecom operators over there are far ahead as compared to telecom operators in India. So telecom operators like AT&T and Verizon in US are already building their 5G infrastructure, and maybe in the next 1 to 1.5 years they will launch 5G for the masses. So they are way ahead as compared to India. But what's the position in India? Now in India, the auction for the 5G spectrum hasn't been done yet. It was supposed to be done in the quarter 2 of 2020, but that's not going to happen because of the global pandemic. It will be shifted towards the end of the year. So by the end of this year, the auction will happen and all these companies, Airtel, Jio, and probably Vodafone Idea, will bid in this auction for the 5G spectrum. Now the 5G spectrum is not going to be cheap by any means, and these telecom operators in India are already facing huge losses. Like, they've been fined heavily in India and they have been experiencing a lot of losses. So maybe companies like Vodafone might not even exist until the auction. So that's a big consideration over here. If companies like Vodafone and Idea don't exist like till the auction, then you have only two options, Airtel and Jio, and that will be a nightmare for us consumers because they will price 5G at a very high price, and it might not be available for the masses as early as you might think. Now, even after the auction takes place, these companies have to build their 5G infrastructure. So once the auction takes place, they will start building the infrastructure and then they will start testing the network. So after all this happens, then they will provide the network to the masses, and that too in a very systematical manner. So I'm assuming that it will take at least 2 to 3 years till 5G comes to people like you and me. So it's going to take a lot of time for 5G to come to the masses, especially in a country like India. Now the whole point of making this video is to make you guys aware that these companies will tell you that 5G is here and you should buy a 5G phone, whereas that is not the truth. You should not consider buying a 5G phone. Like, if 5G is your main objective to upgrade a phone, then I'm gonna say don't upgrade your phone. Or on the other hand, if you are buying a phone just for the 5G tag, do not do that. And because of the extra X55 modem on the Snapdragon 865, these phones are very expensive. So my honest opinion is that you should buy a phone with an older generation processor like the Snapdragon 855 Plus or the 855. Both of these processors were cheaper as compared to 865, and the phones are subsequently cheaper as compared to 865 phones. So you can buy something like the OnePlus 70. It offers really great value even in 2020. It's one of the best phones out there for 35,000 rupees, and it will offer you great value. Now, if you want to know more about this topic, then there is a beautiful article written by CA Vatsal Doshi on my website, that is technolobe.com. It's a beautifully written article with a lot of information in it. So go ahead and read that. I'll make sure to drop a link to it in the description box below. You can go ahead and read that article if you want to know more about 5G and its gimmicks, and if you want to go into detail about this topic. And if you're planning to buy a new phone, you should definitely read that article because it is a must read and recommended from me. So anyway, that was it about 5G and its gimmicks and myths. I hope that you have some clarification now, and if you still don't have clarification, then don't worry, you can ask your questions in the comment section down below and I will always reply to you. That's been it. My name is Harsh Punjabi and I'll see you guys in the next one.